What's up, guys? Welcome to Raw Vibrant Health. Yeah, we got the goods from the Aina, as they say. Aina is land. Aloha from Hawaii. Welcome again, like I said, to my show. I'm chilling here at a real special spot that I haven't really spent that much time at. And I was just gifted those mountain apples and that turmeric from my friend's farm. She always hooks me up with tons of free stuff. So I'm really, really grateful, really blessed. And yeah, there's so much abundance on this planet, especially on this island here. And there's been an abundance of the stuff up there, the golden light. It's been abundant. And that's why I wanted to make this video. Because as you guys know, there are plans and there is agendas for sure that are not even in the dark anymore, that we've been talking about for a long time, some of us, and that they're trying to dim and block the sacred, beautiful thing up there. And I just wanted to make a video talking a little bit about how important it is when you can find it like that. Like, can you see it? You can find it when it's like, lately on this island, it's been like one day on, one day off. It's been weird. It's been different, or like 20% of the days or 80% of the day is like, right? But when you can find the pure stuff, when it's just plain blank blue sky, which has been actually quite often. I'm actually almost getting my sun quota. I've been inside too much, and I really need to get a convertible. That's the one plus to be on a scooter. I can have my shirt off and get sun all day if I'm driving, But here, I need to get a convertible. But I digress. When you can see the sun is over there, it's blue sky over there, I head for the sun. If it looks cloudy over there, I go. I mean, this is what I do. It's that important to me to go and get some pure sun, pure sunlight. And I'm talking about on my skin. I'm talking about sun gazing at the beginning, the first hour, and the last hour of the day, if you can. That's the only time that I will gaze directly at the sun. So in my eyeballs at those times. And of course, with no sunscreen, no chemicals, no fragrances, no bullshit. I can say bullshit, right? None of that stuff. None of that bullshit do we want. We don't want anything synthetic. We don't want anything artificial. We don't want anything from these corporations that, guess what? Oh, they probably donate to the little ribbon thing. And guess what? You know how corrupt that little ribbon thing is? It's disgusting if you knew. I've known for so long because they killed my family members, basically, big pharma, dairy, I don't want to mention certain names, but, the fast food chains, dairy, McDonald's, steak, and all these places, killed my family members. And the thing is you look at the people who invest in big pharma and the people who invest in these fast food, it's like the same people, guys. If you would call them people, they're definitely, you know what I'm saying? It's the way it is. But luckily, those ones are too bad. The light is here, and at some point, the light comes, and all the cockroaches, all the rodents, all the reptiles, especially those reptiles, they run for the darkness. So that's the beautiful thing. And yeah, welcome to the craziest movie that you've ever watched, that I've ever watched. And every day, I'm telling you, you couldn't make up the things that I experience and that I'm seeing and I'm going through. But I don't care. It's okay. Being public enemy number one, I don't know. They deleted my Telegram, by the way. First, oh yeah, it's been one thing after the other. I don't know. I'm not allowed to say anything. I'm not allowed. But I wanted to mention specifically something really important, and that's sunglasses. The importance of not wearing sunglasses, guys. This actually, I find this was actually kind of a recent thing. I would say in the last 3 to 4 years is when I transitioned off of sunglasses. Maybe 3 to 5 years. Yeah, I would say more like 3.5 to 5 years is. I never wear them in probably the last 3.5 ever years. You know, it really took a while, and really, when you're acidic and you're eating mucus-forming foods, you're gonna want sunglasses to protect you. But when you're cleaner inside, when your brain is cleaner, when your whole lymphatic system, your nervous system is cleaner, you're not gonna need those sunglasses to protect you. Your eye. You want, like I said, you want to have the direct sun from the sun gazing in the first hour of the day, just a little bit, and the last hour of the day when the sun's going down over the horizon, if you can get it. But you're also going to want to have just the sunlight in your, not direct coming into your eyes. And if you are, I'm just going to tell you guys, and I'm not judging anyone, but if you're wearing sunglasses, just know that it's a sign that you are acidic, and because, and of course I'm not perfect too. I have my weaknesses that go up and down. They go up to 98%, 100%, sometimes back down to 70% or whatever, of these weaknesses that I have healed and continue to heal, and they continue to go up and down. They're always going up and down. There's never a perfect, health is always changing. Health is what you've done today. Okay, how did you sleep? Okay, and then what did you do upon your rising? And then what did you do with this part of your day? How did you do this part? Did you handle this situation to this degree? How did you act here? How did you act there? Did you do this? Did you do that? And then you go to sleep, and so that's one day. And so how are you living for a whole month? How are you living for a full year? That is your health. Okay, and it's not just like, I messed up one time. You had a donut or something, or a hamburger, or I don't know what you had, just one time. But the rest of the time, you're on point. It's like, well, I think you're going to be okay if you just, no one is perfect. We should strive for perfection, for sure. Shoot for the stars. But if you get close, that's pretty good. And that's always my philosophy. I try to be grounded. I try to be balanced. And yeah, I want to remind you guys, the sunglasses is a real, in my opinion, no. I wouldn't. And I was surprised that I could get off of them, because I always, needed them, because it was just too bright. But when I'm living really clean, and I've done a lot of fasting, like right now my bowels are doing good. I've just come off of a month detox. I'm just pooping real good, and just my body is functioning really good, and their circulation is working. Everything's flowing, and when it's like that, it's great, and there's no sensitivity. But before, if I would go off and eat a lot of like heavier foods, I would feel that real sensitivity up here. But I really cleaned a lot of the brain, a lot of the mucus from my head. And like I said, I don't have a perfect body. I still have, I still have, the digestion isn't perfect for sure, but it's, every day I can do a water fast. Every couple days I can do a water fast. Every 10 days, every 5 days, 30 days I can do a juice fast, whatever. It all adds up to strengthening my digestion, cleaning my whole body, and yeah. So there's just my point. One of the things I'm trying to say here is, yeah, like, we all have weaknesses, and sometimes we have the same ones, and sometimes we have different ones, and sometimes we totally outgrow some of them, and sometimes we don't. And there's no contest, and no one is better than anyone else. But I just want to say, don't, if you can, just be aware of that. You want to live as naturally as possible. If you're on my channel is obviously about living as naturally as possible, because, I mean, come on, that's where all the issues come, right? Because people are disconnected from nature, and when you're disconnected from nature, you start to unravel really fast. Bam, 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 because you're not in alignment with the truth. And what is the truth? The truth is that infinite source, the true source, the life force. When you're not in line with that, and you're not in tune with that, you're not on the right. You're on. It's like the frequencies, right? It's like a radio station, right? Okay, 432 is a pretty good one. There's a lot of other. 528 is a good one, right? 526, yeah, it's better than something else. But 528 or 432 hertz is the perfect one, right? The perfect pitch. And so the further you get into an office, into the matrix, sucked in, and feeling like you can't get out, and you got a mortgage, and yada yada yada, and you're just stuck, and you have all this stuff and all this debt and stress, right? That is getting away from nature. And so what I try to do every day, at least a little bit, is come out to somewhere special like this, get in the ocean every day if I can, or at least get my feet on the ground, rip my clothes off and get in the sun, at least every day a little bit. Just at least every day doing these things is gonna make you a better person, a happier person. You're gonna have that magnetism, the connection, your heart. You're gonna be just one with. You're gonna be attuned to what's going on. If you weren't already, which you already are, but you're gonna get. There's levels to this where you can really, really get dialed in when you got your feet on the bare ground. When you got your. Right now it's black sand and it's too hot, so. So I'm not actually totally bare ground, but when you get fresh air, the freshest you can. I went to yoga today, finally trying to get out of the house. This week I went 3 times, and yesterday it was like, gosh, this laundry detergent is getting worse and worse. The smells, and I don't know how I hung it around there, but I was like, well, I gotta try to get out of the house and try to meet people. And I just dealt with it. But today I was like, I'm not doing yoga and breathing smoke or incense or any of that. I'm already done with. That's already not fun. I've already done that for too long. Going at the back of the class so I don't have to breathe this nasty incense, or telling them I don't want to breathe the incense. Today, yeah, I was like, what? I'm not. There's just this smell, this chemical laundry, and I was like, oh my God, I just want to yoga flow with other people, and I guess other people just don't get it. And then the lady is going, you could see, she was walking back with this tub of chemicals, all these different chemical bathroom cleaners. She was like, she didn't know any better, probably, even though this place was a healing center. It's just like, I don't know why I'm mentioning that, but it was just like, yeah, like when you're in tune, you're in tune. And when it's not aligned, It's not aligned. And really, I shouldn't have stayed there for longer than 10 minutes, but for some reason I stayed 45 minutes because I was like, you know what? I haven't had the discipline to do a 90-minute or 110-minute flow like I usually do lately. And so I needed to be around people to do that. But you know what? I'd rather be alone than to be around the wrong people, or in this case, in an environment that is polluted with chemicals, fragrances, and perfumey garbage, horrible for your endocrine system, horrible for your lungs. Or my lungs, it took me an hour to detox that crap out. I came down here, drank the watermelon juice, and just spit some of that stuff that was kind of stuck. Some of it was still here, stuck on the top of my lungs. And I just coughed it up. And, so if it's not aligned, it's not aligned. Move on, cut the cord, walk away, and go about your day. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into town and I'm going to try to find some Rollinia. Hopefully, it would be cool to find some people to eat it with. But if not, I'll enjoy being here with me. So thanks for watching my show. I know this one was kind of doo-doo-doo, but this was what happens. This is what happens. A man who's in captivity in a way. It's like a perfect prison, perfect, a really comfortable prison on this planet. Really, really comfortable. But a lot of people don't know that. Like, talk about prison. Like, okay, if this was a city, then that would be more accurate. But then there's different levels of people. People are targeted, some of them, and some people, I don't know. For me, I'm just not allowed to participate in the Matrix at all. And that's actually a good thing because that's what I want to do anyways. But it's kind of weird. So I'll just keep doing my thing. And you can tell this guy, he's like, he wants to say a lot of things, but he's already said too much. Oh, he knows too much. All right, that's enough. I hope you got something from this, but rush into that big old golden light in the sky when you can. Even if they're dumping, get in. If you can see a little patch, get in. Even if you can get partial, get the partial. Some people say, oh, they're doing it and I'm not going to get in it. Guys, get what you can, because it's gonna, that stuff is harmful, but you know what? The benefits you get from that sun, it's going to outweigh. It's just like the sea moss. Like my friend, he's like, oh, I stopped taking the sea moss. I'm like, yeah, but dude, he's like, yeah, because of the chemicals in the ocean. I'm like, yeah, I know. And I know the ocean is polluted, but it's better to get to get those nutrients and to get that energy than to not, and to potentially get some of that. I mean, even though the sea moss is from St. Lucia, it's the purest and it's not farmed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's better to get the stuff sometimes, even if there's a chance they're going to get some microplastics or whatever, because sometimes you just need that. That's just my approach. That's my opinion. I hope you guys are doing well, and gosh, this one is kind of phew. I'm going to get in. I'm going to go. Bye.